Once upon a time, in the small town of Millington, there were two inseparable friends named Max and Jake. Despite being as close as peanut butter and jelly, the two boys couldn't have been more different. Max was the embodiment of the 21st century teenager, with his eyes permanently glued to his smartphone. Social media was his kingdom, and he ruled it with a swipe and a tap. His day was incomplete without endless scrolls. Like Jake, on the other hand, was a bit of a throwback. He didn't own a smartphone and found solace in the real world, away from the constant digital buzz. One gloomy Saturday evening, the two friends decided to explore the abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town. Legends whispered that the mansion was haunted, but curiosity outweighed fear for the daring duo. As they approached the creaky gates, Max instinctively pulled out his phone, eager to document their adventure on Instagram, Snapchat, and every other platform he could think of. Jake, however, was more interested in the eerie silence that surrounded the mansion. The air inside the mansion was thick with a musty scent of neglect. The boys cautiously navigated through the dark hallways, their footsteps echoing in the emptiness. Max was busy recording every step they took, trying to capture the essence of the haunted mansion on camera. Suddenly, a cold draft swept through the hallway, extinguishing the candle Max was holding. The boys froze, the only sound being the distant howl of the wind outside. Jake whispered, "Maybe we should go back." But Max was determined to capture the perfect spooky shot. As Max fumbled with his phone, trying to turn on the flashlight, strange shadows danced on the walls. Unbeknownst to the boys, their presence had awakened something ancient within the mansion. Whispers echoed, and the temperature dropped. Max's phone flickered to life, revealing a ghastly figure standing at the end of the hallway. It was a ghostly apparition, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The boys stared in terror as the figure approached. Max, who had been so immersed in his digital world, was now desperately trying to close all the apps running on his phone. Jake, without a phone to distract him, felt the weight of the supernatural presence more keenly. The ghostly figure spoke, its voice a hollow whisper, "You who are bound to screens, heed this warning. Your addiction has brought you to a place where the living and the dead intersect. Leave now, or become one with the shadows." Max, realizing the gravity of the situation, dropped his phone and grabbed Jake's arm. The two friends sprinted out of the mansion, the ghostly warnings echoing behind them. They didn't stop until they were safely outside the creaky gates. As they caught their breath, Max looked at Jake with wide eyes. "I guess social media can't capture everything," he admitted, the fear still fresh in his voice. Jake nodded, a knowing smile on his face. Some things are better experienced without a screen between you and the real world. From that day on, Max became a bit less attached to his phone, realizing that not everything could be shared through the lens of social media. And whenever they passed by the abandoned mansion, the two friends shared a knowing glance, thankful that they had escaped the clutches of the digital and supernatural realm.